Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dota 2 Canada Cup Season number 5 playoffs. We are here with our second to last series of the entire tournament, and it's been a great tournament so far. Will Reckwell whistling down 1-0 against Boreal eSports. Their backs are against the wall. How are they going to perform in this second game? 6.84 seed now out. Some exciting Dota to happen, but no one was expecting a level 1 Roche. Of course, joining Boreal eSports was Demon for a period of time. Whether that was his brainchild or Boreal's remains to be seen. The most interesting thing was that he played phenomenally. They played phenomenally. The level 1 Roche, it transitioned right into a game win. So Boreal up 1-0. Again, we are here. We're High Ground TV. My name is Mont, doing dedicated observing as well as production. As always, is Pimpmuckle. Make sure you give him a follow on Twitter at Pimpmuckle. And joining me today for a cast for the first time, besides, of course, the last game, is Mont Pax. How's it going, man?
She's going pretty good. I'm excited. We got a Leshrac, and we also have that Clockwork, which I think was an excellent first pick out of Boreal, because to me it kind of seems like a deny pick on IX Mike, just because we know it's one of his better heroes, and we know that that is rest in pieces.
Team ban.
So I like getting that right away off the bat.
I think it's a solid choice for them, making sure the deny pick comes out, and they can play it well themselves. I've seen Boreal pick it up a couple of times, so I'm not opposed to it. But it is not a level 1 Roshan hero, unfortunately. They aren't a Dire either. That's the biggest thing. It's not a Dire team. It's a rating team. So they. All right, wait, hold on. What do you think the odds are that Wheel goes level 1 Roche?
Reserve time.
Right now with Leshrac and Shadow Fiend, I would say extremely low, because it's kind of like one of those things that when it's fresh in your mind, you're gonna think about it. So if you even see the hint of it in a draft, then you're gonna go investigate, even if it means knocking ideal wards down.
All right, so give me a number then. Give me just a number.
Right now, I would say it's like a 5% chance they go for it.
Really? I would have said less than 5%. I would have said less than 1%, honestly.
Oh, fine. Be that way. I thought
Just
5 was
kidding.
pretty
I don't know.
low.
No, you're right. That was pretty low.
Now,
I'm giving you a hard time, Trent. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I know. You gotta break me in, right?
Team pick.
Yes.
I think Clockwork was 9-1 at the summit, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was. He had a 90% win rate at Summit, which I thought was super surprising. And then I was like, well, it's just sample size. You know, is the hero really, is that indicative of how good the hero actually is? It might be, it very well could be in this patch specifically. But I feel like mostly it's just the people that were playing that hero are absolutely absurd at the game of Dota. Zai, 2-man hook shots, Universe's Clockwork, absolutely fantastic. Like, there are some fucking insane players, excuse my language, when it comes to Clockwork and that hero in general, especially here at the Summit 3.
I think it's a combination of that, and it's also a combination of he's one of those heroes that can do a lot in a lot of stages of the game. Like, he's such a strong offlaner against even powerful tri-lanes. The mana burn's really good now that we have a pretty fair amount of int carries, like Queen of Pains, Leshracs, can make a big difference in team fights and turn a total damage output for a team. And, big 5-man, 5-man hook shots into a vacuum or something like that. When speaking of which, Darkseer is still not mentioned in this draft.
That is surprising to me, and I think Wheel can pick him up right now, but Mike had a pretty rough game. He has some PTSD after that last one. He did have some very good back walls, or at least some very good backs. So I think they could go for it again if they really wanted to for Wheel. What is, I think, the most important thing for both of these teams is realizing that we need some BKBs, man. Like, Storm's going to get a BKB, whether he gets it first or later on down the road. I mean, it's probably going to be later because he doesn't need it first. He doesn't have any silences to deal with just yet. But Shadow Fiend, Leshrac, they're definitely going to need BKBs against the Zeus, against the Storm Spirit, even against the Clockwork. Like, BKBs are a necessity this game, even with Treant Protector, even with that Living Armor to save your life. Which, by the way, this is a very interesting pickup. Leshrac core probably in the safe lane with Sand King, probably jungling Treant Protector, and Sand King okay, I think, as a dual roaming support, okay as a duo. But they still have to get the off lane. I would be surprised to see IX Mike's Darkseer get through here. I think it's going to get banned. And then Boreal go for the CM, a hero that has been slowly but steadily buffed over the past couple of patches, my friend.
Yeah, it's something we see it a lot to counter Darkseer, because you can freeze the Ion Shelled creep when he's in the lane, so you can break it away from the rest of the creep if you can get it like while it's on the move. It's also really good against Chen and Enchantress, who both have not been mentioned this draft, so maybe they're just kind of hedging their bets, don't want to get anything too surprising. Like, if Wheel needs an offlaner, I mean, what if they were bold enough to run an Enchantress here? Seeing as Jeppins is likely going to be on the Clockwork already.
I mean, it's a possibility. I don't know. I do owe Moon a rare. Moon, I owe you a rare. I will get it to you either later tonight or tomorrow when I get back home. I bet Moon. I bet somebody. I said I would give Moon a rare if it was an offlane Enchantress, so I owe him a rare.
Radiant team ban.
But yeah, I mean, I
Slash-
don't think Wheel will go for it. That's just how I feel about their lineup right now. It's a possibility, but there are other offlanes in the pool. Spirit Breaker would have been a really good one for Mike. Darkseer is still
really
available.
Yeah.
It's Darkseer plus Sand King. There's a lot of wombo combo potential there,
And the Train Protector, because you can do Overgrowth into the vacuum and like sets it up so nicely.
and the Leshrac Split Earth.
Oh man, I'll actually be kind of shocked. I mean, they banned the IX Mike Spirit Breaker. I'll be pretty surprised if they don't go for the Darkseer, even though Crystal Maiden is a really good counter to it. It just seems really strong right now.
I think, and the fact that Boreal didn't ban it out,
remaining.
it feels like either they have a plan for it, or they just think that Mike is not that strong on that
5
hero,
seconds remaining.
or they just don't like the hero, or they don't think the hero is strong in and of itself. Which, I mean, I don't know if you could
Reserve
think that at this
time.
point, because Darkseer has been like the flavor of this patch at least.
I mean, if this
Um,
is a mid Zeus, which I assume with the carry storm, maybe it's not. Maybe they're looking like go for the Darkseer. We'll pick
Support
any
Zeus?
mage. Yeah, and then do support Zeus and Crystal Maiden. And then like if you have a Crystal Maiden and any mage, there's nothing the Darkseer can do. Then he'd have to revert back to the jungle, which means then Sand King is losing some of his farm.
There was that one game where Zai got super zoned out in the grand finals of the Summit 3.
Yeah, he was like level 1 at 6 minutes or something.
Yeah, it wasn't great. This is an offlane Sand King, I
Radiant
think.
Yeah.
team pick.
Something we see in NEL from time to time, so it's not completely shocking, and definitely something Yoki has been running a lot.
Universe is like the only person I know in North America that does this, but then again, he's on a top team, and I see him play a lot. So
yeah,
he played it. I think it wasn't the grand finals, but he played it at some point in the tournament. It was the Universe offlane Sand King, which I'm completely fine with, especially if it's like a solo versus solo matchup, which it
10
very well could
seconds
be.
remaining.
But at the same time, because I feel like actually this aggressive tri lane of Leshrac, Rubik,
5
and
seconds
Train Protector
remaining.
could be pretty good too.
yeah,
they
and
want
you
to.
have the Train Protector, which is that kind of the global
Reserve
bailout for
time.
poor offlaners. So that'll be a big help to the Sand King.
Going aggro into Sam Zeus. I don't know about that though. That seems interesting.
Yeah. So
Regardless-
what's left here?
Well, I mean, I think it is a support Zeus, right? Like this is gonna
Yeah,
be a
I'd say
carry.
so. The
So
PL ban
it's-
was really good.
Yeah, I agree with that. That PL ban was nice, and they knew it was gonna be support Zeus. So I think Storm mid, Zeus support, Crystal main support. Last pick, a good defensive tri-laner, somebody that can withstand a lot of pressure. That is one of those heroes. CM Juggernaut,
Nice one.
a tried and true combo as well. I think this is a very good pick for Boreal.
Yeah, what a classic. That's like you start playing Dota, you Google like your friends like here come play Dota, and you Google Dota 2 lane combos, and it's like Juggernaut and Venomancer or Juggernaut and Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, that's about it, man.
Prepare
Hold on
for
real quick.
battle.
The problem with changing your settings is that you have to redo it every couple of... That's the biggest problem, man. I didn't put my exec on here. Oh well, rest in peace. We are now getting into the game. GLHF, shout out to Love, says Kikoni. Shout out, he should be saying shout out to Demon.
To Demon, yeah. I was
for
thinking the
standing in
exact
for
same thing.
Because that was a great game. We're going to see how this does turn out for Wheel. They can easily... Wheel is a good team. We're talking about Wheel, who is a NA qualifier. They're going to go to the qualifiers versus Boreal, who didn't even make it through the open stages. There you go, Jeppins. Good work. Jeppins knows that
Clearly
they're up
stream
1-0.
sniping.
We have a delay. That would be
Yeah.
impressive. He came from the future for that one.
30 seconds to
Oh my god, Mike. Can you not flame?
That's why they got rid of him, just in time.
Like, yeah. Just a clowny guy. Well, Mike
It's
needs to flame a little
KBH.
bit.
Getting rid of these trees. He's heading up
Why,
these.
why is he cutting down these trees?
He's down them. Yeah, some sort of a pull through.
Yeah.
I want to try.
I don't know if it's necessary. The triple
the
pull is
battle
fine.
begins.
Nobody's roshing. I don't know if they checked it. Even if they did, it's clear that nobody is. Relic's going to grab the top rune. The CM actually grabs the bottom one. Storm is mid and has not much money because he went Null Talisman first, so he's not going to go straight bottle. Alright. IX Mike offlane Sand King. We'll see how this goes. I feel like if they have detection, they could kill him easily, which they do. They have the frickin' Zeus, so...
Yeah, this is a pretty tough task for both offlaners. Rubik, the classic counter to the Clockwork. So he pops off those cogs looking to defend himself and push everyone back, and then suddenly, oh, no, I'm Rubik, I lift you and throw you towards us anyway, now your own cogs are blocking you.
Mike has a stout shield. Maybe Boots would have been the better choice in this situation. He's going to take a little bit less damage, but it's not going to matter when you get lightning bolted in the face. If they can get like level 3 on the Zeus, they just absolutely destroy. Top lane, Jeppin's getting caught out. This could be first blood, and it looks like it will be. Last right click salves up, but it's not enough, and Goody actually gets it done. Sleesel taking a couple of tower hits, but that is a fast start. That is something else.
Goody was just whipping out the new taunt, too.
I didn't see it. I'm sad.
He rides the room. It was great.
Yeah. Bottom lane. They really could kill Mike, honestly, like, if they bring in the CM, but she's jungling for her level 3, I guess? She's level 2 now, because she had that early bounty room.
Yeah,
as far
Mike,
as CS is concerned, though, it's still pretty good Boreal's way.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a ward, but he knows that that's what CMs want to do. They want to take that first point in Frostbite, get some levels up, so you get an aura going for your team, and Zeus wouldn't be here if the CM was nearby, because that just makes Mike want to run away.
You look at PQ, he's done a really nice job of harassing out Mike. I mean, let's be honest, Zeus's base damage is not very high, but you know what is a lot of damage is a giant lightning bolt in your face. Doesn't feel very good. It's a lot of voltage, but Mike will stay alive for the time being. He actually salved up too. He's almost out of regen. He has 3 tangos, which is fine. He might ferry out more. He's going to need boots, and I think he probably gets it next. So boots will allow him to survive and thrive. And the fact that he didn't die and Jeppins did is kind of surprising to me, but at the same time...
Oh, he's trying to go for it too.
Blade Fury, KBH. Won't get this kill, but he's going to zone him out. Does not get the boots. Alright.
I was just about to say, I don't think he's going to make it to that side shot. Maybe now, the lanes
he's gonna make
the
it now,
supports
yeah.
aren't there, so he'll be okay.
Boots first. Boots for Mike now done. That's huge. I think that's actually really, really big. They need to get a frostbite off, and he doesn't have vision. Is he just going to go to the jungle? He's level 3. He might.
Yeah. I mean, he knows. There's a sentry there. I mean, KVH is, what, 400 gold away from new phase boots or something? It's cheaper now.
Yeah. So they're sacking the offlane, but I think that's a really good idea. I think this is something we saw a lot of in 6.3, where like an Axe or whoever, like a Bat Rider, will head to the jungle and just like farm and get their early blink. And they would like, okay, well, we have to deal with this farm on this safe lane carry, but the best way to do that is to put aggression on him with a blink dagger. And Mike knows this, and and they're gonna stack these up real quick. He's gonna be able to sandstorm these waves, and the classic jungling Sand King is back.
Back, baby. And now that frees up the support spot, so Crystalmane's already up to the level 3, so the 1-1-1 build looking to get pretty aggressive here, so get her boots now.
Oh god, she's so slow.
Head mid.
She's still so slow. 330 move speed, awful. And the Zeus is also not very fast. 295. God, these supports are moving in slow motion, man. It's like the Chariots of Fire kind of BS.
I wonder if Kikoni's looking to put the point in W for the gank, just because Zeus doesn't have that much lockdown now. Of course, not something we see very often. Yeah, no, he's gonna go for the overload.
He wants the damage, man. He's hoping that his team can, get people.
I don't think they'll be able to kill Relic without it.
I would agree with you. It's
safe.
The overload. You need the overload damage. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, either way, we'll have to wait and see if he decides to gank. He doesn't have. Yeah, he has boots coming out soon. That's usually like level 6, get boots, maybe jump to another lane. He could do stacks in the jungle if they stack for him, which they did. They have this big stack over here. I don't think they have any other ones. Yeah, so that's the only stack they have with Remnant, of course, and Overload being able to take that very quickly. Top CS in the game is currently KVH, which is no real surprise. Demon was the safe laner last game. KVH playing the safe lane role this game. It's another good start for Boreal, honestly, and we are in a sketchy position. There's been some CS that has been missed by Sleesel. This lane is free for him. This is a free farm lane for Sleesel. He's still missed some CS. He's maybe not really used to playing in Lestrak, who has not a bad animation, but maybe he's been spamming his Lightning Storm. I haven't really seen that top lane, so I don't know why he's been missing some CS, but he certainly has. He has denied 10 times, though. Making sure the Clockwork is getting very little out of the lane. Clockwork's level 3 now. Sand King's level 5. So Mike clearly getting a lot more because he's head to the jungle, and the Clockwork does not have that advantage. So they have to do something to free up top lane for Clockwork, or at least getting some experience somewhere.
And the smoke has come out mid as well for PQ. So this would be... they were spotted out by Relic when they did try and make it on the mid lane play. And Derp's down here sapping the off lane, and he doesn't have a point in his Nature's Guise yet, so pretty risky.
Nice, KVH. Good job there, making sure that tower does not get denied. That's some extra gold going his way. That's some extra gold going his support's way. This is Just enough for Jeppins at this point, who he really needs more experience than anything else. I think they should go top, but I think they're going to try to wrap on mid. Oh, they're going to
Well, I
walk
think
top,
they
maybe.
bought detection, so they're probably gonna look for Mike in the jungle.
That'd be another nice thing to have. But he might spot them out. He doesn't have a ward here, so he doesn't... Oh, does he not have vision? They see him.
He's smoked. They're still smoked, but not anymore.
Yeah,
Now
they
he
see
sees
him. Oh, he's going to actually make it out of here somehow. Crystal Nova, and he's up to the high ground. They can't chase him down. There's a rotating Shadow Fiend with a double damage rune, and that's not something they want to fight head on. Not
Gonna
at all.
block
That
that.
seems not great. Mike looking for a burrow. He's just not in range. He will be now. He gets just the tail end. Pizza Dad's going to get raised up and killed, brought down. What turns into a smoke egg into the enemy jungle turns out to be actually Relic getting a kill, and suddenly we have a pause. According to Pimp Uncle, we have replays for days. He said it in that exact way. Actually, it was replays for days. I'm down.
KBH is just down here taking a tower.
He's been
Okay.
just pushing, honestly. He's got 46
I mean-
6 minutes. He's really doing well.
If you're not gonna rotate and stop him, there's nothing. I mean, why would you stop? If a tree tries to contest him, you can just run at him and right click him because he doesn't have the invis still, because he's still level 3. And then the second that he's away from creeps, he just gets ulted. Nasty.
So far, this has been KVH's game. At least early, in terms of CS. He is going to get leech seeded. He's going to do some damage. Meanwhile, Relic picks up the second kill on PQ. I'm not sure where that was. I think Zeus was chasing after him, and then I turned my camera away for a second, and he just dies in the frickin' river for whatever reason. I'm not sure
He
why
did
he
have
went
a
back.
DD.
I don't know why he went back in to Zeus, but either way, it doesn't matter. He's going to fall. KVH is going to continue to farm bottom. So there's a kill lead for Wheel. They have a really good off-lane versus off-lane matchup. Mike's getting way more than the Clockwork Case, who's still only level 4. And
Derp Turp also fearful now. Has gotten that point in the Nature's Guys, so I approve of that. I think that's the only way you can sit down here.
the no Arcane Boots, Treant Protector, mana issues abound. That's a big problem. 312 mana pool is not nearly big enough with all of his, living armor spam coming out. Even Leech Seed, Leech Seed is an expensive ability to cast, honestly. That's really, I think, the biggest thing. Nature's Guys and living armor, I guess you can kind of get away with it. He's sitting bottom, he's doing a good job of leeching experience, but on the backside you can see that Zeus is nearby. And they have detection, either through a lightning bolt or through a sentry ward. Flare up
Did you
into
see
Mike.
this?
Did it actually just steal some of those
He
creeps?
got all 3.
Good. Well, he needed something, but he's actually dead now. So, he did buy a TP before he died. He's getting kind of close to 6, but he's still having probably the worst game of all the heroes, besides maybe the Radiant supports, who are very vastly underleveled.
Radiant's
Oh,
top
nice.
tower
Pizza Dad
is under
TP's mid to
attack.
fill the bottle of Kikoni. That's always nice.
Free bottle refill, he'll take it any day of the week. 8-minute rune's going to come up to bottom lane. Derp is in Viz. KVH running in. Leech Seed's going to go. They have Omni Slash. They also have PQ, who's been very patient about this. KVH is trying to bait them in a bit further so that
Dire's
PQ can
middle
unleash
tower is under attack.
the beast. Meanwhile, pull onto Goody, or rather just jump in from Kikoni. And Goody should fall here. Yeah, he's dead. 2 more overloads. That's all of his mana. He's going to bottle up. He will have enough to TP away, but he doesn't actually have the TP. He's down for 28 seconds. Doesn't really matter, though. They get some wards up. They clearly wanted Mike. Mike, of course, very close to that Blink Dagger. 200 gold away from it. Be a huge pickup. And Kikoni going toe-to-toe with Relic, who's having a great time as he is a Shadow Fiend. Picks up a Basilius and a Regen,
Dire's
so
bottom
who knows what he's
tower is
picking up
under
next.
attack.
Really interesting that that build has become so favorable in Storm Spirit, where you go for the complete magic. It's so rare. Like, how many heroes are there in the game where you don't even go for a single value point in a stun? What is essentially a stun? I don't think I can think of another one.
Those other points are too valuable, I guess.
Radiant's
Yeah.
middle tower is under
Some
attack.
people think so. I've seen plenty of Stormers go for that one point, that Electric Vortex. But level 1 Vortex, not great. It's not
No.
really a value point. It's just like, oh, I get like a half-second pull. I guess it's 1 second. Yeah, true. Well,
Nice D wards coming out. Gets the double. They get the ward and the sentry that was blocking Mike's camp.
is Relic
Got the
going
blink.
Vlad's? No. What is he? Yeah, he's going back. I just got thrown off by the Basilius because he doesn't have his kill yet. Okay. No, he's going. Yeah, he's
Dire's
going back.
middle tower is under attack.
All right. Well, I like how I said last game, like, oh yeah, my knowledge about items top tier.
Totally on point.
I just did the exact same thing the pros did at the summit. Now I feel exposed.
I think it must have been some really good stacks from the Dire side from Mike to get that Blink Dagger, because he didn't get into the jungle until, what, minute 4? And he already has it?
Yeah.
So well played by Mike.
Yeah, they did a really good job stacking for him. And they're going to look for their first kill, probably here on the Storm Spirit. They can easily get this done with a Burrow Strike, maybe an Epicenter as well. And by the time the Epi's charged up, he'll be able to ball Lightning out, so they kind of have to stack stuns if they have them with Telekinesis and Burrow. Which is certainly possible. Or they could find somebody else completely different, like KVH. And he already has his Morbid Mask. He's not too far off that Mask of Madness, which is very close to being completed. He's going to pick up an Invis rune, which was not scouted. He's going to walk towards mid. Might even find Mike smoked up.
They just got the Zeus ult too from PQ, so he's ready with that as well.
Yeah.
What a time to put down a sentry.
KVH looking for a potential initiation. He had vision up on Mike for a while. I couldn't Omni Slash from the low ground, though. And even if he wanted to, I don't think he was going to. Storm Spirit, though, up to now 2,000 gold. Kikoni has done a very nice job of keeping up here with this Storm Spirit, which is not easy. Or not Storm Spirit, rather the Shadow Fiend. It's not an easy task. Shadow Fiend, of course, can farm the jungle so fast with raises. But then again, like we talked about, the jungle was being taken by Mike for those stacks for his Blink Dagger. Maybe Relic gets a bit more room to farm, but actually, if you look at it, Kikoni has more CS. His net worth is higher than the Shadow Fiend. He gets the point booster. He's going to be going for an early Bloodstone here. And so far, kind of even game, I'd say. Boreal now with 1,000 net worth deficit. Jesus. It's been a long week, guys. Hook shot in. It's going to be onto Sleazel. They're going to catch him. They actually steal Cogs. Not really what he wanted. Telekinesis coming in. Kikoni jumps in. Mike, Epicenter. Looks like Kikoni's going to fall. It's going to be double. Mike gets both of them. Looking for a Lightning Bolt. He'll find it. He gets the double kill. Goody walking up. There's no mana. Now the Cogs come out. PQ can't chase further. Turns into a 2-for-2. It's great that PQ got both of those kills, but the Storm dying, not great. Bottom lane, KVH and Relic going toe-to-toe. KVH Omni slashed already, and that did a little bit of damage to Relic, but it looks like it actually split up between the creeps. KVH has to back away.
That was a very aggressive hook shot coming in there from Jeppins. I wonder, he was kind of pacing around quite a bit. Like, he didn't have any vision of the Dire supports. You could see he was up here, and despite the supports being in the mid lane, he actually fully backed all the way down to his own Ancients to try and get a gank on Relic, but he was spotted again here. Kind of being toyed with by the Dire side. I don't know, maybe he was getting a little bit impatient and really wanted to go, but that was a dangerous hook shot.
Jeppins is not in a great position. You look at his net worth, he's below that of the Zeus now. He's going to have to find something. Luckily, he has one of the best abilities that doesn't require any sort of farm, and that's the good thing about the Clockwork. He has to be that selfless kind of guy. If he is able to get a hook shot and dies every single time in these fights, if they're winning the fights, then it doesn't matter. They will use the Edict. They're even going to glyph the tier 1 tower top lane, which is not in deny range just yet. It's about to be, though. There's going to be TP coming in. Another TP coming in. Sleazel does get the splitter off. Nicely timed as well. Relic in some trouble. Hook shot goes through. Sleazel caught out. Requiem goes. There's so much damage to Boreal. Jeppin's about to fall. There's KVH as well. Kikoni's trying his best to get Relic. Finally, Zeus ult goes, but still 3 down. It's going to be 4 down. Boreal are getting run over. Mike looking for a bro. He's going to find it. It's going to be a team wipe. PQ is going to fall. And Wheel will take all 5, only losing Relic at the tail end of that fight, but he gets a lot of the gold out of it as well. The only person that actually wasn't there was the Rubik, who was mid lane the entire time, not getting any part of that in exchange. But that's a 4 versus 5 fight, and they still come out on top, Modpax.
Man, Mike doing some serious work, feeling a lot more comfortable, I think, on the Sand King compared to the Darkseer. At least he's maybe just getting that blink so much earlier is allowing him to really show off his power. The instant after that hook shot came in, he couldn't even get the cogs off, and Mike was in there already with the Burrow Strike. Really split up the fight, helped save Sleazel. Sick plays, and that's what results in, you know, the full man wipe. It's just really good plays, stuns.
Well,
can't do damage, you can't move. Plus that ultimate coming out from Relic did a ton of work. Actually got the
he
kill
did it perfect. They were there, and he kind of just charged it up, and they were not expecting it. It came out and just blew everybody up, and then, of course...
Yeah, and then he died, and it got Kikoni, and it almost finished off Pizza Dad. Someone else cleaned him up anyway.
Yeah, they finished him up for him.
Yep.
And Boreal are in a position where they're going to have to play for the late game now. I think they're going to have to... I mean, they could still jump in and try to find kills, but you look at the net worth disparity between the Shadow Fiend and the Storm Spirit now, and it was not a 2,000 net worth graph just a couple of moments ago. It is now. Epicenter, KVH is going to get jumped on. Force is going to come out. Goody's going to telekinesis. Goody has a Force Staff apparently, somehow.
Wow. That's so Goody right there.
Yeah.
Like where? How does that even happen? He's
He
was
loves to farm,
1
man.
and 3. He has 19 last hits, and he is a 4-staff. I see this every time I watch him play.
Yeah, that is a very goody situation. Relic's gonna get jumped on mid lane. Crystal Nova, he actually mechs up, does very little damage, but they do have the CM ult. It's gonna get canceled. Relic might still fall. Looks like he will. Derp poke shot in. There we go. Boreal finding their footing now. They get 2 quick kills. They have to expend just about every ultimate, with the exception of KVH, who is dead. Jeppins is looking for more, cuts the creep wave, actually. They should be careful. I don't know if they should really be super aggressive with all those ultimates down now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Trying to see if there's any other items coming out here. Not really. The Yules is up on Sleazel, so we can get that nice setup stun. Gotta love that. And there's a medallion on a Treant. That's not something you see often, so maybe looking for a Roche.
Fade Bolt mid. Roche could be the next objective here. I mean, that's pretty big for Derp. It's not an item you see too often. You're right, man? You doing okay? Nobody heard that, but...
Pimp just died in our ear. Sorry, folks. BKB gonna be coming from Relic. Not that surprising. I mean, as we talked about during the draft, like, what are they gonna do when he has a BKB? It's like Clockwork Hook and Omni Slash.
Double damage.
Honestly, is there even any other damage?
Not really.
KBH is gonna go for the Yasha. That's not that surprising, I suppose.
And the question is it Manta or SNY? And I'm inclined to believe it's a Manta style. He doesn't
know-
need to take silence off, so...
Remember when like Shadowblade Juggernaut used to be a thing? I
Kind
wonder
of.
if you could do like Sanjin Yasha, kind of like into the Manta
Oh,
style
like we see with a
slash.
Drought Ranger sometimes?
Yeah. I
I'm
can
okay
see it
with that.
working.
Yeah, I'm alright with that. It's
Maybe
never
when
actually
you
been done, I don't
need
think.
the silver like if you actually need the silver edge though, whereas this game, I mean, there's no passives that are like game breaking like Bristleback or anything like that.
The only time I saw that was with Drought Ranger, and I think it was in this tournament. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, it might have been WCA, actually. I think that was what it was.
I think it was WCA. Yeah, he broke it down, made the Manta and the silver edge.
It was one of these teams in North America. IX Mike is
Dad's
smoked up. He's looking for Pizza Dad, and he's going to find him. And as you mentioned, Pizza Dad is dead. Spellstorm. Oh, he did not cast his Freezing Field or anything else after the Freezing Field last time. Goody is going to fall, though, and Epicenter was getting channeled. Pizza Dad turns it around. Kikoni, though, getting caught out. He will fall. Nice splitter setting up the kill for Sleazel and the rest of the Wheel squad. They will back up together as a team. KVH continues to farm and push out bottom. And,
Can they turn it with a hook shot?
I think
I
they
don't know.
could. No. They don't. Oh, all right. Well, they're gonna cancel the TP from Sleazel regardless. He can turn on his Pulse Nova. He's gonna get Yules up, and Jeff's gonna walk away. Requiem gets canceled.
I wonder if he was trying to use stunts.
KVH almost took down the tier 2 bottom lane. He's getting close. His Yasha's, I believe, on the courier. He's not flying it out just yet. Midas is done for PQ, which I think is a solid choice. He knows that maybe the late game is the option here. So they're down a bit of gold. Not too much, just about 4,000. Experience, it's only 1,000 for Wheel. But
It feels
again,
more
this is
lopsided,
6.84.
doesn't it?
It does, because it's 6.84, I think. That's why it feels lopsided. I don't know, man. There's still a lot of towers to be taken here for Boreal to get back into this game. KVH is still working on a couple of big items, but there's going to be BKB for Shadow Queen.
The next Roche I think could be really huge. Like you can see the Dire side is prioritizing it. They've got double ward coverage here. They also have a ward inside the Radiant jungle, so they're keeping an eye on him farming. Probably gonna look. I mean, presence of the Dark Lord and now a medallion for the Treant as well. I wonder if he'll be going for the Solar Crest. Could be a pretty cool item on him, I think.
I almost feel like you get that every game now. If you
Yeah,
have
it's
a
kind of like the
medallion
new
anyway.
Vlads.
Yeah. Getting medallion was good in the first place, and then getting that Solar Crest allows you to be like, okay, this is actually like a really good item later on in the game.
Yeah,
the medallion maybe
before-
didn't scale the best later on down the road, but
especially in terms of slot space.
yeah, it was not a luxury item. It was not something you kept. Solar Crest is that Solar Crest is something that you would like to have, I think, in almost any situation.
Yeah, it's
If you have
kind of
a
nice.
medallion.
Like 2 new upgrades now because we have the Solar Crest and now we have the Guardian Greaves too for freeing up slots for your kind of your maybe offlaner / support role. Usually the people getting those kind of items.
There's a Bloodstone now done for the Storm Spirit. So, despite this early poor start for Boreal, they have the tools to get back into this game.
That is pretty standard even for Bloodstone Rush Storm Spirit 2. I believe the timing is around
Dire's
20
middle
minutes.
tower is under attack.
So all hope is not lost.
No, definitely not, but is it going to be enough? I feel like they need so much more on their team. Some levels for PQ wouldn't be bad. He does have his level 2 ult now. I think that's going to be pretty huge. Smoke up from Will. They can head smoke right into mid, or rather right into Roche. They have to actually wait for the flare, though, which they probably will. Yeah, they're going to head to Roche. And they're all missing off the map currently, so Boreal might suspect something. Perhaps not. Jeppes is going to have to throw another flare over there.
Nicely done. Perfectly waits at the flare. It's pretty long. It's like 14 seconds or something. Oh, he's gonna.
He
doesn't throw the other one.
Area.
I mean, you can't really blame him though. When you're sitting there like you just flared Roche, like, well, no, they're not in there.
I think they might have pinged it. They're smoking up.
No Zeus ult though. I mean, if they really
They're
wanted
not going to be able to get there in time. Yeah, they should have Zeus ulted.
There it is.
Has fallen to the dire.
All right, now do they rotate top to defend this? Could be a really bad fight for Boreal.
Yeah, I think they can rotate to defend this if they have the TPs for it, which, let's see, do they? Yep, except for Sleazel.
Dire's
Drop
top
his
tower
1-for-1.
is under attack.
They're all
Structures
walking up and
are
rotating.
fortified.
Oh man, Aegis is so good for Sleazel right here. He already has the Yule, so when he casts his Edict and his ultimate, he can Yules himself so the damage keeps going, and then he'll die and the Edict keeps going, as they do Hook on the Eye.
They're going to find Mike. He's dead. Zeus ult comes out. They're looking for Sleazel as well, but there's the Yule Scepter coming out looking for a Split Earth. Are they going to find it? He can't jump away in time. Leech Seed, Telekinesis, Fade Bolt. They steal the Edict, and then they still Ball Lightning, or rather the Edict was going. He's doing all that damage. They'll pick up 1-for-1. KVH will TP away. They don't take the tier 1 tower top lane down. So that's a better trade coming out for Wheel than it is for Boreal. And that is a just completed Bloodstone that's now down to 6 charges. And like you said, it feels a lot more one-sided than it actually is, at least through, like, if you look at the graphs and from purely the pragmatical standpoint, it feels like it's Wheel's game. No. Regardless, they're going to head top, they're going to keep going, they're going to look for another push into the tier 2 tower. Systematically dropping every tower that Boreal has is the name of the game for Wheel. And I don't know if they can really come back, regardless of having a Storm Spirit, regardless of having a Juggernaut. It could be one of those games if Wheel pushes in too quickly, which I don't think they will. They're going to wait for some big items and then go for it.
Yeah, there's perfect items coming. Like the Octarine Core, it's going to be coming on the left track. I think you go Octarine Core over Bloodstone in the situation when you already have the Yules for the regen. Octarine Core seems like the better item. 2,500 gold up on Relic, so he can make his own decision as where he wants to go.
He has a lot of options. Butterfly could be good. No, if you get it this early. Scotty, if you just want to tank up, and he has BKB already. So I think maybe it is going to be Butterfly coming out. He could even go more damage if you really wanted to. But this is exactly what they need to do, is just take down all these tier 2 towers. You have an Aegis, so you don't really have to be worried about too much here. I don't know if Boreal can really initiate into this.
Yeah, I think Butterfly would be sick, because I don't see an MKB coming out anytime soon, and then you can actually stack the Solar Crest on top of that.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under
That
attack.
seems a little sketchy.
I mean, so if he's BKB'd and he's evasion, they can't really do anything. What?
He Ball Lightninged and then TP'd. Good, he Ball Lightning gets PQ. There's going to be the Burrow Strike from Mike. They're diving pretty deep here. PQ going to live for now. They take down the tier 2 towers. Zeus ult gets cancelled. He was about to use it. He went for the animation. KVH does a great job split pushing. He does get the tier 2 in that bottom lane. He's up to 3,000 gold now. Whether to finish off his Mantle or SNY remains to be seen. He should buy it right here. He might want to have buyback, though. I think he might save for that.
Yeah, and like as he just does that right there, like the spin TP, unlike the Clockwork, I mean, there's nothing on the Dire side. The side there is the Overgrowth, of course. Pretty long cooldown, 70 seconds, and you kind of know where Treant Protector is. He doesn't just kind of shoot out of nowhere like a Clockwork Hook, so he's pretty safe when he does go for that. Not too much they can do. It is a Bloodstone. Not going to go for the Octarine Core. I'm a bit surprised there.
The Yules isn't that much regen. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it's still fine. I just keep seeing all these calculations done by people, and I wonder if maybe that would be what he goes for.
Yeah. He could have gone Octarine Core. I think everybody wanted to see Octarine Core.
It's true. Maybe it's just because in a more even match, when you need, like when you're not this far ahead and you need the health, lifesteal, that could be the item. But when you're this far ahead and you're just looking for consistent sieging with lightning, then Bloodstone regen's the item.
Bloodstone's probably the way to go in that situation. Well, it doesn't matter. Octarine Core could come out later, and it probably will. But for now, it is a Bloodstone. He also has his Yules up, which we already talked about as a casual Bracer. He's got a wand. He has the Aegis still, which is about to actually, I think, dissipate here in the next minute or so. So they might just take a moment from actually pushing and sieging and hold on. and you just keep farming. Mike is sitting on Blink Force now. They have 2 of the top 4 net worth, which of course is going to be Relic, which he has purchased up an Ultimate Orb. Whether for Scotty or for Manta remains to be seen. He has 2,100 gold. He could buy his next Ultimate Orb if he wanted to. We'll have to wait and see.
So what's the win mechanic here for Boreal? Probably the Glimmer Cape CM ult could be a big part of it. There is still only the 1 BKB. Doesn't look like Sleazel's going to be going for one anytime soon.
It's that or pickoffs, I think. Just finding consistent pickoffs.
Actually, there is no detection currently on wheel. I mean, if they go for a push and they don't see the Glimmer Cape, of course, she is walking your creep waves everywhere, so they should see it coming out.
Yeah, they're going to know she has Glimmer Cape, or at least they should know. I mean, I'm not sure how aware they currently are, but...
Of course, they have the Leshrac stun. That's always AoE. They have the Treant ult. That hits invis, right?
I
assume it does.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, it definitely does. And then there's the Burrow Strike as well. So they have plenty of spells to deal with her as long as they know where she is. So you can kind of triangulate, you know, get out your math tools, get out your compass.
Your compass, man, yeah. Your protractor. I don't know if that's the right one.
Do some math, get some angles going.
Get
Figure out where
the
she's hiding.
trigonometry. Now, for now, it is going to be Wheel heading bottom, looking to clean up this last tier 2 tower of the game, and it looks like we might be heading to game 3 potentially. Like you mentioned, the win condition is not great for Boreal. They are in a really rough position. I like the fact that they're splitting up and pushing so much with like the Juggernaut especially. But there's a smoke coming out. Will were expecting this. They're heading mid. They find KVH, but there's no follow-up just yet. He has his Blade Fury. He doesn't use it. Telekinesis comes out, but no follow-up there. BKB now done for the Storm Spirit as well. Okay, they don't take the tier 2 tower bottom. They put a lot of pressure on it. They defend the tier 1 tower mid, but they don't get a kill out of it. So Boreal are playing very well, and they're only 3,000 net worth down, man. Like they could theoretically do it with one team fight here, and you have to imagine that we'll know this. They can't make any real mistakes as they push into the base, especially if they try to push into high ground and they lose all 5 heroes. Then Boreal are just back into the game.
Yeah, it may
Mike
not be the
misses
comeback
the
patch.
Burrow Strike. Lightning Bolt's going to go from PQ. Doesn't find anything else afterward.
That's rough. No vision though. They don't have anything on the high ground over there, so it's kind of tough to hit that.
Oh, they're going to counter-initiate here. They're ready to go. Vision is great from both sides, actually. Look at this Radiant Ward that they're not countering. They finally throw the sentry down, but it's too late. They have to back up now. Roche is up in like 3 minutes, I think. It's going to be a long-duration Roche respawn. We're going to be waiting, I think, in this game for a while. I don't think we're going to see any teams pushing in, really, for another couple of minutes. Or fighting, for that matter.
Yeah, it's interesting. We're always expecting these rollovers now, but I can see why they've slowed up. It is a tough hill to climb right there when you're going up in the high ground against Clockwork. It's kind of like you're trying to outweigh like cost benefit. Like, is it really worth us to push now? Do we have enough items? Do we have enough lead?
They don't have the best CG team. Leshrac's good, but that's about it. I don't really think the rest of them can siege very well. Maybe a Shadow Fiend can, too. And he's going to be going Scotty, by the way. He actually has enough for it. He's going to buy it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Guess
Also, not really making a big advantage of all this lead. Like, I feel like Boreal has been pressuring him for so long, and yet when we look at the net worth, it's still pretty linear. Not really going up.
That, I think, is just Boreal playing better Dota. Honestly, like,
Seems that way.
when I see that graph and I see like the amount of towers that Wheel have taken, it's because they've been 5-manning so much. They haven't like been able to head to the jungle and farm themselves. Top lane, they blow up Goody. I don't know why he walked out. I don't know if they had vision of him. I didn't actually see it. I took my cursor off for a second. They're gonna go for the tower. TP's coming in. It is gonna be Sleazel. He had his Yules up if he wanted to go for a kill. They're staying top currently with Pizza Dad. Jeppin's already used his hook shot, and they're gonna back away. Free kill. No free tower though, which will continue to get living armored up. God, that's so annoying for them.
Never gonna get that tower.
No. Oh boy. Roche
3k gold on Sleazel. Maybe we will see the Octarine Core come out.
It's gonna be a while still. It's a very expensive item. Speaking of Octarine Core, PQ might go for it. He's got the Soul Booster.
Oh,
He's getting close to his Mystic Staff.
I think I think we'll be seeing the Bloodstone out of that, just so we can spam and keep the waves out, I think is the goal. But I could see Octane Core as well, obviously, because you get that sweet cooldown reduction on the ultimate. I think other one's fine.
Octane Core, first item on a Zeus, doesn't seem super great. I mean, we're obviously besides Midas, but that's
True, everyone did say that about first item Bloodstone at first, too.
Yeah, that's true. Lightning Bolt onto Mike, he'll take some damage. Zeus ult's up in 6. You could theoretically kill him. He's not level 16. That level 3 ult is going to do so much work. They have the tools. There's only the one BKB for the SF currently. I think if you are Sleesel, you just buy BKB right now.
Yeah, he is right now.
Okay, I didn't see if he was building the... He has the Overcloak and the Mithril Hammer.
You're a prophet, man.
I'm a prophet, even though...
knew it.
I mean, he already bought it. I actually made a... I lied. I knew he had it. I just wanted to sound smart.
That's what it was.
That's a full one. Full BKB. Maybe they could push up a little bit more safely. However, there's still no Roche, there's still no Aegis. That's probably what they want to wait for. Meanwhile, they're getting pushed on mid here by their tier 1 tower. Kikoni with a couple of heroes nearby. They're not rotating back on the bottom lane. Wheeler going to stay nearby. Sitting on top of a Sentry Ward that Mike will kill quickly. And they'll wait to jump in. There actually is a Gem of Truth set up on Derp Derp. That's what I was looking for. No Blink to Overgrowth, but there's Blink Burrow. You could use the Yules and then a Split Earth. This is going to be a tough defense, I think, but if Boreal are able to defend this properly, they have a pretty good shot, I'd say. Or maybe we'll just back off.
Wow, that was like a max duration Roche, by the way. It's just coming up.
Yep. And the Flare will scout them backing. And now if you're Boreal, do you take this fight is the question. They know exactly where they're going.
Oh yeah, no question. They know for sure. I think you take it. I think you smoke up and go. Is that what they're doing? Indeed,
well,
they have smoked
smoking up. Are they going is really just... It's a question of how good do they actually feel right now. Mike is invis with Nature's Guys. He blinks away. They will not go for Roche. Zeus ult's going to come out. They can't find a hookshot target. That's really unfortunate. Mike played that really well. The Nature's Guys coming out. They need a gem of some sort, and I don't think they have one. They're not even close, really. Ball Lightning to the mid lane coming out from Kikoni. And now Wheeler going to head into Roche with the Scotty. They have Medallion. They've got Goody here nearby as well. And actually, they have really good vision in the jungle too, and it looks like Boreal will not be able to contest this. Or they choose not to.
Wheel definitely not afraid. They know, like, their AoE spells. You have the Clockwork, obviously, which is great in the Roche Pit, but then you also have Leshrac and Shadow Fiend and Sand King and Treant Protector. Like, you can't take that fight right now when you're down.
They needed to take the fight when they were chasing after them, and Mike played it really well. It is the Octarine Core for the Zeus. I don't know what else to say about it other than, alright, let's go. BKB so done for KBH.
You know what, the reduction, it is pretty good. The reduction on the Lightning Bolt, reduction on the Chain Lightning, the Arc Lightning now has a 1.3 second cooldown.
Yes.
That's kind of absurd for pushing creep.
Yeah, like every second is just going to be spamming that like crazy. Throw that Arc Lightning out. Hook shot onto Sleazel. Nice. Has the Aegis. They push him back. They give him the living armor. They're looking for another potential initiation. Jeppins is going to pop the blade mail. That's not good. That is down for 40 seconds now. They were trying to make a go on it, but they mech up. This is going to go back to work. He's going to split it. They're going to just destroy the creep wave real quick. Back away. If Wheel are not able to push in here, I think Boreal are in a very good position. Whether if we'll lose the fight or if they just can't push in, I think regardless, Boreal are in a good spot.
Yeah, I'm surprised when they have that nice push in from the Cogs. I was expecting a stun to come over from someone else on Boreal, but I don't think we're close enough just because they are afraid of the blink initiation from Mike, so they don't want to be too close for a massive epicenter. Or possibly, maybe they don't know if there's a blink on Derp Derp, they can't see him. If it comes into a big overgrowth. So playing cautiously, but sometimes you do need to take those risks to pick out the big cores. But of course, do you really need a Aegis of the Immortal Leshrac dying in your base?
You want the Shadow Fiend more than anything else.
Yeah.
The problem is that Sizzle just starts going ham if you don't take care of him first. It's a tough situation, but like I said, not the best CG team. Sizzle's gonna get jumped on again. Now the telekinesis, Sizzle close to dead, but not quite yet. The cog push, but there's the mech to keep him alive. They do end up taking the Clockwork down. Ball Lightning almost kills him. Sleesel not dead yet. Living Armor keeps him alive. They invested so much into killing Sleesel right there. Doesn't even use the BKB. Stays up and ready to go, and he's ready to push in again. And this tier 3 tower is getting whittled down. This is not great. Boreal Now without their clockwork, now without their Zeus ult, ball landing in, they're gonna go for Relic, they're gonna pull him in. They need an Omni Slash. They Manta. Doesn't Manta just yet. Relic trying to get the ultimate off and will, but there's the Omni Slash. Relic will finally fall. Derp goes down as well. They get the Aegis. They defend beautifully. They're looking for Sluizel, but he BKBs. KVH will use his right click. Epicenter's gonna come in. Spell was stolen. What is it? It's Omni Slash. Look at the Epi damage coming out. Mike doing beautifully. Yule Scepter, but Kikoni still going to work. They have a huge healing ward. Freezing Field. 3 dead. They're going to look for a 4th. They're going to try to chase up to Sluizel. They won't be able to find him. He'll stay alive. He'll get out in the end. Turns into a, I believe, 2 for 4 fight actually coming up for Boreal. And they get a huge chunk of gold and experience going their way. You can see the gold graph dipping up a little bit in their favor. And the most important thing, they keep their tier 3 tower alive.
That Omni Slash from KVH was perfect. 3 heroes, tons of damage, nice initiation coming up from Kikoni. Got it onto Relic, not able to pop the BKB in time, so he was stunned up for a huge duration of that and took a lot of damage before he was magic immune. It was looking worse. I think there was a pretty sick cleanup by Mike. If he didn't come up with that Burrow Strike Epi, that fight would have been a complete and utter disaster for Wheel. I think it could have ended up being maybe even a 4-man wipe if the Jug didn't end up dying right there.
Yeah.
So.
KVH lives, he's farming, he's up to maybe 2,000, 3,000 gold right now. He's getting his next item, and he's becomes incredibly difficult to deal with. He has that casual belt of strength, which leads me to believe he's going for a Basher next. And that's a huge item this game.
Oh, you don't think it's Necro Books?
I mean, yeah, in 6.84, I honestly don't know. Orchid is done for the Storm Spirit. He is level 20, he's up to 10 Bloodstone charges. He's happy as hell right now.
Mikey being sneaky down here.
He might get a kill on PQ. Octarine Core, making him kind of tanky.
Yeah, I feel like he'd need Epi and Vision. PQ scouting out for wards as well.
PQ, go back in, landing Bolton. Let's go. Double damage at Kikoni, by the way. Oh my lord. His respawn time will be still a bit long, even with the 10 Bloodstone charges. And the net worth graph and the net worth chart closes a little bit. You look at the Shadow Fiend, you look at the Leshrac. Good Zeus ult, by the way, too. And these heroes are starting to, you know, they're starting to... Oh my god, Mike gets blown up. Kikoni looking for the Orchid kill. Will he find it? Blink and he survives. Mike actually gets out alive, just barely. The Living Armor comes through a bit too late. The Flare's going to hit, but it's not going to do nearly enough damage. Kikoni uses his entire mana pool for that kill, and he can't find it. And now he's got no TP, and he's still regenerating a fair bit of mana here, but he's got to be careful.
That was probably the longest ball lightning I've ever seen in a pro match hit somebody. I remember there was one once that went from like mid lane to like right up there. But that was almost just as far.
Yeah. I've seen those. They are something to behold. Ballsy plays, to be sure. Top lane, Pizza Dad's up here. He's going for the Ags man. They need the damage. They're going all in.
Yeah, Jeffen's going for the Ags too, so look, big play is gonna have to come out from these two. Boreal playing extremely well though. I mean, they have been shut in, turtling for so long, making very minimal mistakes and getting good paybacks on their fight.
I mean,
Mike's trying to scout.
Is this 6.84? It doesn't feel like it. Maybe the new patch helping out.
Yeah, that's right. We had the minor patch come in.
Who
else could touch that patch? Gyrocopter, Undying Tombstone is now weaker.
They changed some of the golden experience things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good too.
Kikoni now with double damage. They have no vision, really. That's the biggest issue right now. The gem, did anybody pick it up on the dire side? Who has that gem? Nobody has it.
I think it's only one ward on the entire map right now, and it's... Oh, no, there's two now. Kikoni going in on Derp top. Orchid, just boom, dead.
Big kill. Nice play.
Yeah. So, one ward on each now. Both in the exact same spot in the top lane, and that's it for vision. Entire map.
Wait, oh yeah, Pimp said that it is actually the gem on Derp. I don't know if he just bought that one though. I don't know if there's another one that was on somebody else somewhere else.
Derp had one earlier and lost it.
Yeah, he lost it. I don't know if they got it back. Pizza Dad Glimmer caped up. He was looking for Mike. Top lane. Kikoni might actually finally get this tier 1 tower. And KVH might actually get the tier 1 tower mid as well. Living Armor has been a bitch to go through. Wheel are posturing very aggressively in this bottom lane. Flare comes out just to get some vision. They get the Basher now done for the Juggernaut. They go mid. Hookshot comes in. It actually hits onto a creep though, and Jeppins can't follow up. Zeusol's gonna fly. Ball Lightning Kikoni going in. Looking for Mike, looking for Goody. Nice Ghost Scepter. They're looking for a pull. Spell was stolen. It's Ball Lightning, and Goody might be able to get out of here. And Goody taking right click, gets actually Orchided. And that does provide the kill. If the Orchid doesn't come out there, then Kikoni won't be able to get that kill, probably, but does get it done in the end. I mean, a kill's a kill. Gets up to 12 Bloodstone charges, and that's very important.
And then I guess we're back to Roche. It seems like we're back here. Decide, probably gonna see some of those wards coming out. Suddenly, a ton of sentries in the bottom lane. Trying to pick off Mike.
Blink Burrow coming in. PQ Epicenter's gonna come in. He's dead. Yeah. He goes down for 68 seconds. Big kill, especially right before Roche too. Which should be respawning here soon. I didn't see the exact timer come out, but it's 54 seconds.
53. Yeah.
That's not bad. That's pretty short. By the time Roche is up, Boreal will have all 5 members, assuming nobody dies here in the next couple moments. KVH is gonna Blade Fury. They really want this tower, and looks like they will finally find it. Boreal looking to clean this series up 2-0. We'll wait and see. TP away coming up from Sleezel. He'll make it home. Alright.
We're getting into the late game items. The Octarine Core is going to come out now on Sleezel. He's really close. In fact, he almost has it. Just another 100 gold. I'm excited to see that go.
I'm very excited. That might be the item they need to get over the hump. Unless they could somehow... He's so tanky. How do you bring down Sleezel?
It pretty much has to be a full Omni Slash.
Yeah.
Like maybe a Clockwork Hook while he's alone into an Omni Slash, just so it's just him isolated. Yeah, that's true. Is it done? Not quite yet. Still actually quite a ways to go before he gets the Sacred Relic.
It's going to be a while. Both teams know Roche is up, by the way. They have a Dire Illusion in one, and then the Flare came through from the other. So you've got to make a choice, especially as Boreal. When do we head over to the pit? When do we try to contest this? Are we going to get baited? This could honestly be the fight that either changes the game or wins it for Wheel.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a winner in the next few minutes here. This Roche fight, obviously completely massive, but both teams just have these big AoE spells, like the CM ult, even the Omni Slash, but into the Epicenter, into the Overgrowth, and Leshrac in general. It's just, so much of it is about control and getting your spells off at the right time, and just outputting all the damage you really can, but it's a smoke engagement, and here we go.
Mike could blink away, smokes up. There's the Zeusolt. They burrow onto KVH. The pull coming through. KVH getting low. KVH is going to fall. All that damage gone immediately. Kikoni backing away. Hookshot to stop the aggression, but it's too late. It's still the cogs. Jeppins is going to fall as well, and that is a huge turn. That is a big fight. They're even going to find Kikoni. He'll ball lightning away, though. They can't finish him off, and you have to start thinking about buying back if you are KVH. You couldn't get that Omni Slash off fast enough. The Zeusolt came out too slow. They should have used it earlier. But actually, the smoke was huge, too. The smoke right there from Wheel. Maybe save some heroes. Force Blink Burrow, PQ Split Earth. And there's going to be a huge kill, maybe. Telekinesis comes in. 3 down. He buys back immediately. They want to go for the tier 3. They don't want Roche. They want the buildings. They want to force out this buyback specifically on the Juggernaut. He really doesn't want to. He's right in the real awkward segment where he's almost up soon. Pizza Dad's going to come in. They will buy back. Ball Lightning and Sleezel. BKB's it off. The pull coming through. There's the Omni Slash. It bounces through a couple of these heroes. Ghost Scepter's up. Kikoni will chase. Relic in trouble. Relic has no BKB. Good overgrowth. Kikoni getting low. Not dead yet. Ball Lightning out. Epicenter comes through. Zeusolt again from PQ. Burrow onto a couple. They get Kikoni. Lightning Bolt. They're getting low, but they're not dead yet. Ball Lightning back in. Kikoni wants this kill on Sleezel. He'll find it. Relic gets pulled in as well. Relic will fall. 3 down. That buyback worth it. They've got to take Roche now. All of their ultimates on cooldown as well for Boreal. This is not a good place for them to be, especially with all these buybacks available for Wheel. They won't even need to buy back on Cecil. He has so many Bloodstone charges. Jeppins is hooking mid lane. He has an Aghanim, so it doesn't matter. Buybacks coming out from pretty much everybody. They're going to have Sleezel in just a second here. And Boreal are going to keep going. There's no tier 2 bottom. They TP'd in mid. Mike's going to be coming through. This is going to be close. Mike's going to walk right in. He's got his Blink Burrow, but no Epicenter. They find him. They Orchid him. He BKBs it. Hookshot comes in and actually misses. Now there's going to be a bash up. Mike in trouble. He is living armored, though. Now they all come in. Kikoni in trouble. He can't afford to die again. He will Ball Lightning and get Glimmer Caped. They still have the ultimate from CM, but she's out of mana to use it. Cecil walking through Blink Burrow, only onto one. Ball lightning from Goody. PQ in trouble. Hookshot comes through onto Mike. They take down the Zeus. He's dead for 92. And Jeppins is going to fall as well. Relic gets the double kill, and it might be Boreal going down in the second game. We might be heading to game 3. This is a huge fight for them.
Such a good defense for Boreal. They don't lose the racks. Only shows exactly why Storm Spirit was so powerful 6.83 with that buyback into a triple kill. I mean, coming back, cooldowns don't matter on Storm Spirit. All that matters is mana, so buyback extremely powerful. Even with the cleanup, though, Wheel just counters back all their buybacks, secures the Roche. Really well played by them.
Roshan has fallen to
And
the
I think,
Mike, what are you doing, buddy?
Dire's bottom tower
Just
is
Mike
under
things.
attack.
Yeah, just Mike things. So where are we at now? That last fight is so bad for I mean, I guess you look at the net worth graph, it doesn't look that bad, but from a momentum standpoint, it seems awful for
yeah, I
Boreal.
mean, they just lose a bunch of gold because all the buybacks get factored
Dire's
in,
top
but they
tower
already
is
have
under
so many
attack.
core items. I mean, I would consider Sleazel pretty much 6-slotted besides
Dire's top
bots, but that doesn't
tower
really
has
do that much in a
fallen.
fight. And Relic as well, almost 6-slotted once he does get to that butterfly, so Boreal trying to split push top, but I don't think it's going to accomplish anything.
Zeus is still dead for 20 seconds, and that's a big problem.
Radiant's middle tower is
And
under attack.
Sleazel's going to be able to push faster than anybody can. There's no glyph either. Are they just going to try to trade for this? I think they might.
Dire's structures
There's a glyph,
are
though,
fortified.
for Wheel, and
Dire's
Boreal are not
top
going back
tower is
home. They are
under
going to
attack.
give up this Rax, no questions asked. They will get one TP back from
Mike's
Mike. He's
coming
going to
top.
try to deal with this. Tier 3 is going to fall. Epicenter's going to get channeled. KVH taking damage, but not nearly enough. Zeus ult. Now they orchid him. He actually beat KVH and forces away. Mid-rack's gone. KVH. Oh, he is in trouble. KVH is just dead now. They stayed way too long and they got caught, and they can't even get the racks. He doesn't have buyback for 82 seconds. We'll make a really great play. Nicely done.
I mean, if you spin TP out of that, I think it's worth it if you get the tower because I'm pretty sure the racks were dead anyway. But losing KVH is not what you were looking for there, and now we're just going to see the regen come out. Not only just the natural regen of the melee racks, but Train Protector making sure they get all the way back.
Yeah,
to
that's true. I
top
forget
shape.
about the Train Protector. Coney's going to jump onto Relic. Orchid hook shot doesn't go. They need a cog push. He has BKB, so I don't know how much this is actually going to do. He actually just says, fine, that's my Aegis. I don't really care. Spell is stolen. It's ball ending again. Goody's going to jump around. He often does. EQ will TP out nicely. He didn't want to die again. Oh, misses the hook shot. Yules comes out. Goody looking for more. Can't find it. He was ready for that, and they kill the Clockwork within seconds. There's a good try coming up from Jeppins, but this is probably going to be the death push here.
Yeah,
We're
they
going to head
signaled
into
to
the bottom
bot.
lane.
I mean, there's the PQ
Radiant's
ultimate,
bottom
maybe,
tower is
maybe
under
Crystal
attack.
Maiden. Oh, 60 seconds. She already popped it, so
Radiant's bottom
yeah, that's
tower
it.
has fallen.
It's going to be a Rax at least. They'll be up in 16 with the
Radiant's
Juggernaut,
bottom
but
barracks are
2 sets of
under
Racks
attack.
down, and I mean, it is still very close in terms of net worth, but it might actually just... Yeah, it's going to head down south here after these Raxers are gone. They're going to draw a line, they're going to push in
To the
south. and-
line?
Yeah.
The
I don't know if you
roundabout.
really need to go that far. You already have creeps in the base. You
They
honestly
need the
don't
rune.
that.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no rune up, though. It's...
Oh yeah, look at that. They don't know that though.
30 seconds. Bottom is a big wave going in for Boreal, but it's not going to matter. Yeah, the Megas are going to
bots
come out
either.
here, and that's it. It doesn't matter. I don't think anybody's bots know. They do not. So even if they wanted to push bottom, they wouldn't be able to get there.
And everyone on the wheel does now. Everyone important at least. Leshrac, Relic. Oh, not.
I think they should go
concerned.
for this fight. I don't really think there's too much to lose here if you're Wheel, especially with this new patch. You now have a Solar Crest. It's,
Jeez, no wonder Goody gets all these sweet items. It's all because Derp just buys. Like, how long ago did he have a medallion? Like, they've been winning for almost 30 minutes now, and he just gets the Solar Crest. Of course, he has bought like 3 gems.
yeah,
Just
this
keeps
is,
losing them.
yeah, the Solar Crest, a bit late to the party.
The
There's a
life of
gem in his
Derp.
stash and a gem in his inventory, too.
What a player. Helping everybody else out.
Goody is such a greedy support, man. God, I feel bad for Derp. He's like the 6th role.
Who's the greediest support?
The greediest?
Yeah.
Zai when he used to play support, or AUI 2000 probably.
Oh yeah, probably Zai.
I mean, he plays offlane though now, so...
Even, I noticed at the Summit interviews when they were asking people like Chuan and everybody who they thought the best support was, they all said Zai, and they all just said Zai even though he plays offlane now.
I mean, he
Man,
was a
he
really
must
good
have been doing
supporter.
something right.
I mean, he's just a really great player in general.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise they said that. Or maybe they were forced to, who knows. Maybe Matt bribe somebody. I don't know, man.
Cyborg Mac
There's
getting
some
in there
crony
here.
stuff happening at the summit here. I can speak from experience. Well, that's a refresher orb. That'll help. How much will it help? Enough to win the game? I don't think so, but they will head bottom. They're going to push in. They don't really need to go bottom. They need to go top to get the racks, or they could just try to do the good old wraparound. There's a huge wave pushing in, too.
I had never really considered the Octarine Core and Refresher Orb. It takes off almost, 34 seconds pretty much off the Refresher Orb cooldown. That's pretty
So it's
sick.
more of a 2-minute cooldown than a 3-minute cooldown.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it's right in the middle, but... Zeus ult, there's a smoke. They know there's a smoke. They're going to push in bottom now. They know that they're bottom, and the jig is up, and Wheel will back away. And we are 49 minutes into this game. I don't know if I have to leave soon. This is becoming an issue. And Pimp is not having a great time. He is tired, I can tell, as it is late there for him.
What a trooper.
What a trooper, man.
Pimp, you're the derp of this cast.
This was looking like maybe a 2-game series. We were going to be able to finish it up, but Boreal couldn't actually get a foothold in this game despite playing very well.
Yeah, it seemed like they had a great start.
Initiations.
Like, forced out Mike. Mid was going okay. They were always looking to gank Relic. It seemed like they were in control. But it didn't really convert. We saw a lot of mid-game pressure.
I'm gonna have to ask and see what the. Hold on a second. So
When does plane come?
50 minutes into the game, 51 minutes actually. 26k net worth for the Leshrac. He's up to 2,000 gold as well. He's 6 slotted. He has a Shiva's Guard now. The only thing they're really missing is an Aegis, which will be a bit of time before we see that. And I think we'll probably wait for the next Aegis, and then they head up to the high ground. So that's gonna be a while before we actually see anything.
Yeah, this is one fat Leshrac. Got the Shiva's Guard there now too. I don't even know what else you buy. I guess he's just done. Do you replace the Yules with something, or do you just keep the Yules because it allows you to keep your Edict going while you're invincible?
I feel like Yules has its usefulness wanes over a period of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess you just go Scythe because then there's nothing they can do while you're doing your Edict.
I think
That'll be
Scythe is the right choice.
3 staffs if he goes Scythe. 3 Mystic Staffs.
All right, so I don't know if Boreal can get back into this game, even with an Abyssal Blade. Oh, Mike actually... Oh, he missed!
Oh, man.
He missed. Mike, you had a chance at a kill, a chance to close the game out, and he just whiffs it a little bit. Was there buyback? There absolutely wasn't buyback. Probably would have been game, as he only has 12 Bloodstone charges.
Credit to Boreal for hanging out this long. Again, they're playing exceptionally well. They did lose some really important fights, but even plays like that from Kokoni, they're risky, but they're keeping the lanes pushed. And then, meanwhile, while he's doing that, Jevons is trying to push out the bigger creeps in the bottom and the mid being done by KVH. I just don't know how much longer they can hold on.
That is the real question, isn't it, my friend?
What is
They're
Mike
going to have to
going
hold
for?
on until the next Roche. I think it's going to have to come down. I don't think you can fight into an Aegis Cheese again, so I think they have to try to test the next Roche, and that seems difficult. 2 minutes from now, in fact, is when we'll see that. Not the longest duration Roche respawn, but for Wheel, it seems like an eternity almost. KVH is going to continue to farm up.
What can KVH do to win this next big fight? Like, who does he have to Abyssal? It does have to be Sleesel. I feel like it might have to be
Probably.
Sleesel.
Yeah, but I don't think they can burst him down. Like,
I mean,
especially if he gets his BKB off, he's very tanky.
Yeah, even if he just toggles on his ultimate before he gets Abyssal, think about how much lifesteal that's going to be if anyone else is there.
Yeah, I mean, he will survive, no issue. So it comes down to getting the jump and then making sure you're able to shut down Sleesel. And even then, because it depends on where Sleesel is in the fight. So, I mean, they're going to go for it all, though. They don't know when Roche is up. They can't get out of their base, enough to say, okay, well, Roche is up now. We can actually fight this. They'll flare up. There we go. And they're going to head over. Relic is going to be up at the front lines. Mike was nearby as well. Relic and Sleesel backing away. They need a hook shot, honestly. Flare's going to go through. They know that it's from that location. They know they're in the jungle now. So they kind of expose themselves. Backing away is Wheel. They don't really want to take a fight outside of the enemy base.
They're
They'd
stacking
rather
Nature's
take it.
Guises. They're all invis, except for Sleesel.
They do have a gem, though, I think, on the CM.
Oh, there's a
or
sentry
they've
right
lost
there,
it?
too.
Somebody has the gem.
Oh, that's their
on.
sentry.
Radiant team does not have a gem apparently.
Radiant's
No, they
middle
they
tower
lost
is
it.
under
Derpit brought it
attack.
back because he had another one in the stash. Yeah, it's in the fountain now.
Roche is about to
The
respawn.
impurities.
And I really think Boreal needed to contest this, honestly. They really need to contest this next Roche. They cannot fight into Aegis Cheese. Not when there's a Leshrac who's super farmed. And he would be the one maybe getting one of those two items, the Aegis or the Cheese. Wheel will back up, surprisingly, despite the fact that Roche is about to respawn. They're going to push out top real quick because their tier 3 is actually gone. There's no Boots of Travel just yet for anybody on the side of Boreal, so they're kind of just being, I wouldn't say overly cautious, but they're covering their bases real quick. And it's only going to take half a second for Caesar to push this out. He could even bots into the mid lane if he needed to. No upgraded bots yet, which, how much does that cost? Hold on, let me check real quick. Where's Boots of Travel? I need to find you. Boots of Travel, there we are. Level 2, it's just a 2,000 gold recipe. All lightning, they're jumping onto Goody. Get the kill.
Pick's a pick.
A pick is a pick. But is that going to provide Boreal the opening to take Roche?
It gives him a chance.
Yeah.
By the way, I was just thinking, because of all those mystic stats that Sleazel has, if you actually had a Nyx Assassin on the Radiant side this game, he would mana burn him for 990 damage before reductions.
Good stuff.
Isn't that ridiculous? Where's
Nyx,
the
good
Nyx
hero.
Assassin, guys? I get to super farmed in carries.
The Rubik buys back, realizing how important of a fight this actually is.
I think that's fair. I mean, is his buyback really going to be needed any other time this game?
No, definitely not. If Boreal were to lose this fight, the game is over. If Will were to lose this fight, then they're probably still fine. This is tier 2 mid that they can... No. And I mean, Sleazel has 14 Bloodstone charges. His respawn time is not super low, but it's pretty low. Relic, I'm sure, has buyback. He does. Zeus ult's gonna fly. KVH looks to jump in. Oh, Jeppins misses the hook shot, walks up. He's gonna get burrowed here. KVH beat KB's Omni Slash will go. They're gonna jump in. Sleazel actually getting bursted down. Sleazel didn't get abyssal. He's not dead yet. Blade Fury, they pick him apart. He's got buyback. He might have to use it. There's the Epi going. KVH Mantas, but he's in trouble. Pull through. He'll fall. No buybacks coming in from anybody. Now KVH buys back. Kikoni doing work. Are they gonna get the CM ulti? She's out of mana. She can't use it. Relic still getting just dunked on. Not dead yet. The Solar Crest super helpful. Kikoni, Split Earth, he goes down. Sleazel bought back. Pizza Dad in the river. He'll fall as well. Dead for 65 with no buyback. It's going to turn into Roche, perhaps the game. Kikoni has buyback. Jug, if he dies again, he will not. Sleazel does not have buyback. Okay, this is getting a bit sketchy here, but Wheel look like they might be taking this game. They dropped down the Yules for the Aegis, and that's the right
Radiant's middle
choice.
tower is under attack.
Goody wishing he could use that while it's in his inventory, type of slots.
What a waste. Well, that is a huge fight for Wheel. Looked very good for Boreal, but KVH just, after his BKB was done, he fell quickly. He just doesn't have the tankiness of, you know, a Scotty or an SNY.
Yeah. And if
BKB
he's
is
too
not
close to
gonna do it.
Relic, even with the BKB on, he still gets picked apart by that
Yeah.
MKB and
Radiant's middle
Scotty.
tower is under attack.
Butterfly wouldn't be helpful at all at
Radiant
this point
structures are
because of the
fortified.
MKB. I mean, sort of. All Lightning TP coming out from the Storm Spirit, he makes it out just fine. But they are going to continue to siege, and if Rax falls here, then it's game for Wheel. There's no way you come back from making creeps unless there are some colossal mistakes. And even that
Radiant's
seems
middle
impossible.
tower is under attack.
Solar Crest back on. Goody continues, or rather, Sleazel continues to clear up the creep waves, no problem. And here we go. The Edict walks up. Got Aegis. BKB goes. Pizza Dad looking for the ultimate. Look at the damage. Relic in trouble. Still has cheese. He eats it. Going to town on Jeppins. He's going to get right click now. Kikoni telekinesis up. They've lost 3 on the side of Wheel, one of which is the Aegis. KVH going to ball lightning, or rather Blade Fury away. Kikoni still going to work. Gets the kill on a Derpter, but here's Sleazel back from the dead. Gets yet another kill. No buyback available for the Juggernaut who went down, but they do have the buyback for Kikoni. He is going to have to use it. They still might be able to defend this here. Ball lightning, long range, looking for more. They finally will find Relic. If Relic goes down, this could be a big kill. Relic in trouble. Relic, one more right click. He will go down. He does have buyback. Sleazel does not. Sleazel does not have buyback. Sleazel in trouble. He's going to fall. But he's only dead for 60. That Bloodstone doing work. 4 dead, though. They keep their last set of racks alive. Their tier 4 towers, moment from death. They are at 21 HP and 52 HP, respectively. Montpax, is there a glimmer of hope for Boreal?
Well, I mean, we saw it right there with that CM ulti. She put out so much damage, and it almost turned the fight. Dire getting low, clumped up top by the cogs and everything though, fighting it out, and KVH actually came in and got a good amount of damage in with the Omni Slash, and he started to retreat to the trees over here, but there was a blind raise from Relic. The max distant raise, I just caught him. I think he probably would have got out if it wasn't for that. That's probably the biggest turning point.
And we're gonna throw it over to Pimp Munkle for just a second. Pimp, what's up, man?
Pudding pop. Over here now. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 50 shy.
Stupendous.
Ooh, bots canceled. Okay, well that's unfortunate. We'll have you go again in a second as PQ is not dying. Ball Lightning, Mike in trouble. Mike hexed up. Mike not dead yet. Beautiful split earth. He's gonna BKB. Is it gonna keep him alive? Absolutely not. Look at that pulse nova go to work. Pizza Dad jumping in. The ultimate for Pizza Dad. Sleesel in trouble. He's gonna use himself. He's doing a lot of damage with the Edict, and Pulse Nova still has the BKB. Sleesel going to work on Kikone. Kikone, you need to be careful, my friend. He will get out. Pizza Dad jumping in, gets the frost by PQ. Lightning Bolt is up in one. Sleesel's gonna fall. Dead for 68.
Hello?
What just happened?
Oh, and for everyone wondering why we were totally silent, Pimp was doing a replay, and we lost him.
He was
Yeah,
muted.
I failed. I'm sorry. Hashtag fire Pimp. Jesus Christ.
I mean, nobody blames you. It's like 6 in the morning. Well, it's not 6 in the morning, but it's pretty late over there.
It's late. The game doesn't help. I'm in my 6th beer.
Rip Pimp Munkle. We'll
The
see
CM
you
ulti.
in the next life.
Freezing
Yeah.
Field. Finally, has it hit the apex of being buffed so many times that it's that? I mean, it's half her mana pool, but man.
If it was just a little bit less mana, I'd be like, yeah, it's an amazing ability.
Is under attack.
Just a little bit less. But, like, that's so hard, man. You have to be very, very careful with how you use your mana in these situations.
Dire's middle
And they said
Sleesel's
the Glimmer
up in
gave nerf.
16. They have now an Aghanims on the Zeus. They have plenty of magic damage. We're getting to the point where these BKBs are only getting, you know, smaller and smaller durations. But even with all of that time that they could have had to push into the high ground
Dire's
for
middle tower
Boreal,
is
they
under
can't
attack.
find
Rack it on.
a tier 3 even, any real building.
Look, Boreal is in the Dire jungle. I mean, when was the last time this happened? They're exploring, they're uncharted territory right now.
Yeah, well, at least since the beginning of the game. They're gonna jump in, they're gonna find Sleesel. You cannot afford to die. What is he doing up there? He's dead for 80! Now they're gonna go for Goody. Oh, Wheel, did you just throw the game? What happened? Is this gonna be it? They're gonna jump, they're gonna find Relic. They pop the BKB. I don't know, man.
There's no Omni, and there's also, well, there's a little bit of mana on the CM, but I don't think they can push this advantage.
No.
Maybe
not
they
yet.
can get some good farm lines set up, so get some wards going. I don't know, can they keep Wheel in at this point? Can they push 2 lanes of no racks?
What's their buyback status like, too? Up in 50 seconds for the Juggernaut, up in 2.5, rather 2 and 50 for the Kikone Storm Spirit, but he doesn't have the money for it yet. They might try to push into this. Omni Slash is back up at 60. They don't have double Zeus ult. It's down for 20. The first one is anyways. They're going to bots in up on the Zeus. It is going to be difficult. They have to fight into an IX Mike Sand King Epicenter for the first time on their own terms. As I say that, Jeppins jumps in. They hook on to Mike. BKB is up for Kikone. They need to bring him down quickly. He's not dead yet. Gets out with a burrow. KVH gets overgrowth. He already mantud. Right click coming through. The Solar Crest debuff on him. Getting right click down. He can't afford to die, but he will. Now there's going to be the Requiem. Gets canceled up. He's dead for 89 seconds. He has buyback in 6. Good hole. They just can't burst Mike quickly enough. PQ
so
just
close.
barely survives.
Level 2 bots out on Sleazel as well, coming in on top of Mike there. Yeah, but the second KVH is dead. We just saw a complete and utter bailout from Boreal, which I think was the right decision. That could have gotten a lot worse. And he does have the buyback, so it's not a total
He's
loss.
going to have
man.
to use it. They're just marching straight down mid, man. Like,
Oh,
they
yeah,
have
there's
to.
no
He needs to do it now, I think, honestly.
Yeah, might as well. He'll have Omni too, which is
Yeah.
huge.
No BKB for 15. Maybe he's waiting for the BKB.
Yeah.
It's tough. Boreal are not dead yet. It's 63 minutes into the game. They've put up a strong fight so far.
I mean, Roche is gonna spawn soon.
This fight could
Please,
determine.
Wheel, please.
All they really need to do for Wheel is get in and do damage to the racks. There is a glyph available. They're going to walk right in. Hook shot comes through. Jeppins was ready. Gets the cogs on 2. Did he get the hook up? Did Sleesel get his BKB off? He did, but Relic not so lucky. Sleesel now doing work with these Pulse Novas. KVH Omni Slash goes to the Requiem, and it looks like Boreal are getting overrun. Wheel will take this fight. It looks as if it is in their favor. Zeusol's going to come out. Double Zeusol came through, but it's just not enough. And PQ's going to get burrowed up, and he's done as well. We're going to be heading to Game 3. Will takes Game 2. Not much else to say about that, man.
No, it was nice though. I actually really liked what BH did there because we were thinking like, why aren't you buying back? But you know, obviously they don't know he's buyback, so kind of bait them in. It was a 2-man cogs. He did get off the Omni Slash, and he got it right on his Sleesel, which is best case scenario. But it's still, he was still getting all that damage off and regenning it all through the Octarine core. It just wasn't enough.
Alright, well I think I should be good to go for this third game, hopefully. I want to get into the next game as quick as possible, so I'm going to check and see when I have to leave for LAX. And I'll get to you guys in just a second with game number 3. Again, shout out to Pitmuckle and Mockpacks. Make sure you follow them on Twitter at Mockpacks, at Pitmuckle. We'll jump into game number 3 in just a sec, guys. Stick around.
E2A.com, the best video game store ever! Fast as lightning, solid as a rock, cheap as duck! What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever! They just absolutely destroy top lane. Jeppin's getting caught out. This could be first blood, and it looks like it will be. Last right click salves up, but it's not enough, and Goody actually gets it done. Sleesel taking a couple of tower hits, but that is a fast start. Make it out of here somehow. Crystal Nova, and he's up to the high ground. They can't chase him down. There's a rotating Shadow Fiend with a double damage, and that's not something they want to fight head on. Not at all. That seems not great. Mike looking for a burrow. He's just not in range. He will be now. He gets just the tail end. Pizza Dad's going to get raised up and killed, brought down. What turns into a smoke egg into the enemy jungle turns out to be actually Relic getting a kill. And suddenly we have a hit. Jesus. It's been a long week, guys. Hook shot in. It's going to be onto Sleesel. They're going to catch him. They actually steal cogs. Not really what he wanted. Telekinesis coming in. Kokoni jumps in. Mike, epicenter. Looks like Kokoni's going to fall. It's going to be double. Mike gets both of them. Looking for a lightning bolt. He'll find it. He gets the double kill. Goody walking up. There's no mana. Now the cogs come out. PQ can't chase further. Turns into a 2-for-2. It's great that PQ got both of those kills, but the Storm dying, not great. Bottom lane, KVH and Relic going toe-to-toe. KVH Omni slashed already, and that did a little bit of damage to Relic, but it looks like it actually split up between the creeps. KVH has to back away. Not range just yet. It's about to be, though. There's going to be TP coming in. Another TP coming in. Sleesel does get the splitter off nicely. All right, guys. This is Mott here. I just wanted to let you know that I do have to step out for Game 3. Gods and I are going to be heading to the airport here in just a little while, and I have to make my flight to head back home to Albany. I hope you guys enjoyed the cast from me, and I will see you all for, I think the Grand Finals are going to be on the 21st,
And then after that, you'll see me soon after for some other Dota stuff, which we will see in the near future. I'm sure you can all infer whatever you want to infer with that statement. But with that being said, EGAT is going to be stepping in. You can follow him at EGATcast, great caster. Look forward to him casting. Very excited that he was able to come in here and help out as well. So shout outs to EGAT. And again, shout outs to Pimp, who is up way late, way past his bedtime. And of course, Maltpax is always rejoining me, and it's a little bit late over there as well in Canada. So shout outs to both of them. They're absolutely fantastic. And I'm so glad they were able to join me for today. I won't keep you guys waiting any further. I'll see you later. Bye, guys. Field last time. Goody is going to fall, though, and Epicenter was getting channeled. Pizza Dad turns it around. Kikoni, though, getting caught out. He will fall. Nice splitter setting up the kill for Sleazel and the rest of the Wheel squad. They will back up together as a team. KVH continues to farm and push out bottom. And,
Can they turn it with a hook shot?
I
don't know.
could. No. They don't. Oh, all right. Well, they're gonna cancel the TP from Sleazel regardless. He can turn on his Pulse Nova. He's gonna have shields up, and Jeff's gonna walk away. Requiem gets canceled.
I wonder if he was trying to use stunts.
KVH almost took down the tier 2 bottom lane. He's getting close. His Yasha's, I believe, on the courier. He's not flying it out just yet. Midas is done for PQ, which I think is a solid choice. He knows that maybe the late game is the option here. So they're down a bit of gold. Not too much, just about 4,000. Boreal, now without their clockwork, now without their Zeus ult, ball letting in, they're going to go for Relic, they're going to pull him in. They need an Omni Slash, they Manta, doesn't Manta just yet. Relic trying to get the ultimate off and will, but there's the Omni Slash. Relic will finally fall, Derp goes down as well. They get the Aegis, they defend beautifully. They're looking for Sleazel, but BKBs. KVH will use his right click. Epicenter's going to come in. Spell was stolen. What is it? It's Omni Slash. Look at the Epi damage coming out. Mike doing beautifully. Yule Scepter, but Kikoni still going to work. They have a huge healing ward. Freezing Field, 3 dead. They're going to look for a 4th. They're going to try to chase up to Sleazel. They won't be able to find him. He'll stay alive. He'll get out in the end. Turns into a, I believe, 2 for 4 fight actually coming up for Boreal. And they get a huge chunk of gold and experience going their way. You can see the gold graph dipping up a little bit in their favor, and the most important thing, they keep their tier 3 tower alive.
That Omni Slash from KVH was perfect. 3 heroes, tons of damage, nice initiation coming up from Kikoni. Got it onto Relic, not able to pop the BKB in time, so he was stunned up for a huge duration of that, and took a lot of damage before he was magic immune. Outputting all the damage you really can, but it's a smoke engagement, and here we go.
Mike could blink away, smokes up. There's the Zeus ult. They burrow onto KVH. The pull coming through. KVH getting low. KVH is going to fall. All that damage gone immediately. Kikoni backing away. Hook shot to stop the aggression, but it's too late. It's still the cogs. Jeppins is going to fall as well, and that is a huge turn. That is a big fight. They're even going to find Kikoni. He'll ball lightning away, though. They can't finish him off, and you have to start thinking about buying back if you are KVH. You couldn't get that Omni Slash off fast enough. The Zeus ult came out too slow. They should have used it earlier. But, actually, the smoke was huge, too. The smoke right there from Wheel. Maybe save some heroes. Force Blink Burrow, PQ Splitter. There's going to be a huge kill, maybe. Telekinesis comes in. 3 down. He buys back immediately. They want to go for the tier 3. They don't want Roche. They want the buildings. They want to force out this buyback specifically on the Juggernaut. He really doesn't want to. He's right in the real awkward segment where he's almost up soon. Pizza Dad's going to come in. They will buy back. Ball Lightning and Sleazel. BKB's it off. The pull coming through. There's the Omni Slash. It bounces through a couple of these heroes. Ghost Scepter's up. Kikoni will chase. Relic in trouble. Relic has no BKB. Good overgrowth. Kikoni getting low. Not dead yet. Ball Lightning out. Epicenter comes through. Zeus ult again from PQ. Burrow onto a couple. They get Kikoni. Lightning Bolt. They're getting low, but they're not dead yet. Ball Lightning back in. Kikoni wants this kill on Sleazel. He'll find it. Relic gets pulled in as well. Relic will fall. 3 down. That buyback worth it. They've got to take Roche now. All of their ultimates on cooldown as well. TP'd in mid. Mike's going to be coming through. This is going to be close. Mike's going to walk right in. He's got his Blink Burrow, but no Epicenter. They find him. They orchid him. He BKBs it. Hookshot comes in and actually misses. Now there's going to be a bash up. Mike in trouble. He is living armored, though. Now they all come in. Kikoni in trouble. He can't afford to die again. He will ball lightning and get Glimmer Caped. They still have the ultimate from CM, but she's out of mana to use it. Sleazel walking through Blink Burrow only onto 1. Ball lightning from Goody. PQ in trouble. Hookshot comes through onto Mike. They take down the Zeus. He's dead for 92. And Jeppins is going to fall as well. Relic gets the double kill. And